Good morning, guys, and welcome to Semanhyia Farms. Today we are starting this video right here this morning from Semanhyia Farms. And as I woke up in the morning, one thing has been on top of my mind because of a conversation I had with a gentleman yesterday who had traveled all the way from the north of Ghana to this farm just to ask us, what are we doing that he is not doing in his community? And the reason is because his goats are dying. And this man, he's an allergy. He's been doing livestock farming before I was even born. And he shared some painful story with me about how his goats are not surviving and how he's losing a lot of money. So he wanted to come and study what we are doing. And I know allergy story is not unique just to him, but there are many people out there that due to the rise and the publicity of livestock farming now, a lot of us that are not used to it are venturing into it. And today I came here to tell you this, that they, just like human beings, if you go to the hospital now, you'll see people dying, you'll see people sick. It's the same for animals. Animal farming is very different from crop farming. And therefore, if you're already thinking about going into it, or if you're already in it, let me know what you experience it. Are you succeeding? Are you not? What have you learned? What is making you succeed? But this man really kept me thinking this morning that a lot of people are also failing because we are not doing the right thing. And I know we here share as much information as we can to educate you and make sure that you do it right so that you don't fall into the trap. And that's why we go by the 5 pillars here in farming in Africa. And if you don't know about those 5 pillars, please reach out to us. We have articles on it, we have videos on it that we can share with you. But we believe that for you to really succeed in any livestock farming, number one, you need to have the right genetic. If you go into my pen now, a lot of the animals have given birth. But you could see that genetically, some mothers even give birth to 2, one will die. The other one might not even survive. You see the way the mom will look during lactation period and the way it will look when it's not lactating, you know. So all these things give you signs of the kind of genetic that that animal have. So as a farmer, if you're going to start breeding, not every animal is for breeding. Some is just for slaughter. There are some animals here that will take them straight to the abattoir because they are not considered as breeding stock. So as a livestock farmer, you need to select the right genetic or breed for your farm if you want to succeed. If the foundation is weak, then you can't have a successful farm. Once you've selected your quality breed or genetic, now you move on to the nutrition. How do you keep that animal healthy and strong immune system and growing better? That means that you cannot compromise on the feed. Most of you will spend money to buy a cattle or sheep or goats at a very expensive price. But when it comes to feed, you allow them to just roam randomly just to feed.
Let's take a quick pause to subscribe to the Farming in Africa YouTube channel if you haven't done so. And I really believe you are following us on our Facebook platform as well, on LinkedIn, on TikTok, and on Instagram. If you do that, it would help us to reach many more people with similar interests like yours. Please enjoy the rest of this very educative discussion.
And that's a big mistake that we do, right? Because no matter how big and beautiful the animal looks, if you don't take good care of that animal, it's going to look horrible. And you bought it because of how it looked. So your feeding is the most important thing to me among even all the 5 pillars that you need to focus on. So make sure you have your concentrates right. Make sure that you have your raw material, macro minerals right, and they are eating well. They will build enough immune system that is going to protect you against even diseases. Which brings me to the point number 3, the health, right? How are you keeping your animals healthy, right? Do you have a medication plan? What are the vaccinations that you need to give to your animals on a yearly basis, on a 6-month basis, in order to keep this animal stronger and prevent them from some viruses and diseases that the weather or the season is going to bring, right? And that is, I think, the number 3 points that I want to share with you. And the health is always the critical part because you're going to lose your animals. Sorry, it's feeding time this morning, so they are making a lot of noises. Waiting for their pallet feed. We talk about feed. they know that it's time for feed, and that's why they are all calling for it. If you feed them well and systematically, when it's time, they will let you know that it's time for them to eat. The fourth point I want to talk about is management. Management in the sense that small things that you have to do. As I'm going into the pen now, you can see we actually have a disinfectant where you have to disinfect yourself before you even enter the pen. These are the small things you can do to prevent diseases. If you go into our pen this morning, we have cleaned all the pen. We have cleaned their feeders. We've cleaned their drinking bowls. Everything is clean. Those simple day-to-day activities at the farm is really going to help you, protect you from diseases, and also help the animals live comfortably and stress-free, right? So management practices is another thing. I think we have a webinar on how to start a goat farm, and we talk in detail about all these things. Contact the WhatsApp number below, get in touch with the team, and see how you can go into details and learn more about this. Then finally, obviously, it's infrastructure. You know, some of us, we buy these animals so expensive and we put them wherever we want without the proper infrastructure. Yesterday I was here last night and it was pouring rain, and you look at our pen, all the animals have gone at the top. They've all climbed there. None of them was here, so they were able to keep themselves warm. Even the kids were there with their moms. They were cozy and warm, right? If I didn't have this infrastructure, I bet you I would have lost a kid last night because of how heavy it was pouring if they were just out there. So infrastructure plays a huge role in the success of your farm. So these 5 things are very important, and I will plead with you, if you really want to do this and do it right as a business, then take these 5 steps very seriously. And that was the same advice I gave to Elijah when he came here and walked him around. And he said, hey, this is a big investment. I said, yes. If you are serious about it, the first thing you have to invest in is not just the animals, but also all these 5 things to be able to provide a conducive environment and a sustainable business for your farm. I hope this is helpful. Write in the comment, let me know what you think about all these 5 pillars. Have I missed anything? Are all this adequate enough, or am I missing something? Write in the comments and let me see, and I'll bring you the next video the next time I see you guys. But it's morning and we've got to feed the baby. So I'll see you next time. Stay blessed.